Hey guys, this is Rise, and I'm here with Collar, bringing you the last match of the MSL Group E. That's right, we've seen a lot of exciting matches already, 4 matches to be exact, a couple of starts and a winners and a losers. It just so turns out that Yellow is the first to move on, and Much, unfortunately, is the first to be eliminated. Obviously now, we're left with Hero versus Upmagic. Upmagic, of course, one of the more creative players out there as well, and Hero showing us a very entertaining game against Much, where he destroyed the Grandpa Toss. Now, I gotta say, this map is Destination that they're going to be playing on. So there's a couple of things that we got to go over right off the bat here. Destination is heavily favored for Terran versus Zerg, for the Terran player. Almost borderline 3-1, getting close to 3-1. Not quite there yet, but getting there. And man, that makes it very difficult for a player like Hero to beat a player like Upmagic. And why is that, do you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. Upmagic is the mech Terran player against Zerg. He always goes mech. We talked about that in his last games, how we only see him against Zerg going mech, and now this map is known for mech to be super successful. So really, this game seems to be playing perfectly into Upmagic's hand, and we'll have to see if Hero can come up with some sort of incredible play to stop this from happening. What do you think, Collar? Is Upmagic heavily favored here or what?
I mean, I think he definitely is. Like I said, he has failed still to buy StarCraft Brood War. He didn't get the battle chest like he was supposed to, but it's actually working in his favor because he uses his vultures and his glides so well against Zerg that he doesn't need to know what a medic marine combination is. He can never hear of it. He can never make a single medic, and he can win fine every single game against Zerg. But we'll see if he manages to do it. I wouldn't be totally surprised if by.Hero manages to pull one out here. I saw him play so well against Much in Game 2 that I really think he has a lot of hope. Of course, against Yellow Arnak, it was partially a build order loss there, just from Yarnak going for that strange gas first build. And there is Upmagic looking very Upmagic-y. I can't even say he looks intense. He's always got this look like he hasn't slept for 3 days. Yeah, he always looks like he's just an insomniac. And early drone scout here from by.Hero. He's probably just going to scout for whether the Terran is taking gas or not. And if Upmagic goes Medic Marines this map, I will. What is something extreme that I will do? I will eat my hat. Yes, I will eat my hat.
You're obviously reading a Mad Lib that you completed earlier, because that's the only way you would connect those 3 words. I can't imagine that ever happening otherwise.
Right.
But it looks like we are going to see a 12-hatch build. No, actually, I'm sorry. It's an overpool.
12 pool.
Oh, 12 pool. Actually, what is he doing? He's pulling back that other drone, so he isn't going to go for a second hatchery at the expansion. Not quite yet, anyway. And, of course,
he thinks there's a proxy. I think he thinks there's a proxy somewhere. But in reality, wow. Upmagic just has a barrack stuck in the corner of his base. Nice work by Upmagic.
Yeah, I mean, really, just giving himself even more of an advantage than he had before. This is going to really be very painful, I think, for Hero to get over. That was a big stumbling block right there. And Upmagic, I don't even think he realizes what he did right there, but it definitely did work out in his favor. And really, at this point...
Look at him. He's got 2 drones, 3 drones walking around looking for things.
4 drones, 5 drones.
Wow.
Oh, no, what is he doing here? He's going to be setting up something silly. He really thinks that there's a proxy nearby, and man, is he completely wrong. I can't believe it. Oh!
That's hilarious.
Upmagic,
wow.
Maybe Upmagic really did know what he was doing here. And I mean, wow, I can't believe how much of an economy by.Hero just wasted in doing that. And oh no, that Overlord's going to scout that barracks, and I got to see by.Hero's face. Come on, you got to show by.Hero's face. I can only imagine that he already knows that he lost his game. I mean, that was a horrible thing to do. Factory already going down, and that's going to go down before any creep spreads from that hatchery that isn't completed yet. So really, this vulture harass that I'm sure we're going to see here from Upmagic is guaranteed to be somewhat successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the creep hasn't spread. The Zerg is farther behind than he would be had he gone for a normal 12 hatch, and he is going for that 2 hatchery build. with the 2-hatch gas. Probably 2-hatch lair with some Hydra backup would be the standard here, but, you know, it's going to be much delayed, and his economy is going to be much weaker than a Terrence. And it looks like he does get 2 Zerglings into the base here, Upmagic. At least, the very least he's going to be able to do is scout, but that is pretty much all he's going to be able to do, as Upmagic is going to kill off these 2 Zerglings. And, you know, Upmagic is going to go for the same build he went for in the first game. It didn't work out against Yellow Arnak, but Yellow Arnak had definitely some things up his sleeve, but looks like by.Hero may have something up his sleeve too. He's going to go for 2-hatch Lurkers here, try to come back using Lurkers, but look at this, Upmagic also mining out the back of Hero's base. That is going to possibly allow him to do a crazy behind the map run by with his Vultures. I've never seen that done before, but it looks like by.Hero does not realize this is happening. This could be disastrous for him once that gets unblocked and the Vultures get close.
Yeah, I don't think he can even spot that, and even if he did, how would he get there? He'd never even be able to get there in time. It looks like he is spotting it, but again, it is not going to matter. He can't do anything about it. He can't stop it. There's no way. There are the Hydras right there, and it looks like he's going to try to get the Hydras there in time, but how many minerals are left? Yeah. He's only got to get a couple more minerals if he can do it. Oh, it looks like he does get Hydras in time, so Upmagic almost succeeding with that. I don't know how many mineral patches there are exactly back there, but it is enough to take quite a while, so it looks like Upmagic isn't going to succeed in that, unfortunately for him, but I don't think it matters at this point, although if he's a little careful, if he's not careful, I should say, he may be in trouble. And wow, look at this, we see both Hydras and Aspire coming down.
Okay, so not Lurkers.
Well, you never know, I guess, but I mean, with the timing of the Hydraless Den, I would imagine we were going to see Lurkers, but really, I guess not, because Aspire's coming down. So,
yeah.
But I can only imagine that Upmagic's going to be making some Goliaths, because that's what Upmagic does, and so he should be perfectly prepared for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a very standard build, of course. We haven't seen an armory yet. That's what I just heard the Koreans say, armory. And I was like, where's the armory? It doesn't exist. The Koreans are telling us that. But there is the armory. Yep, so he'll be okay in terms of the timing with the Goliaths. And there's some Speed Vultures. Gonna run in. Is he gonna get anywhere? Looks like he might get nowhere. He's not going to get anywhere. Wow, that actually was a total failure of a Vulture harass. It actually could hurt Upmagic a lot. Upmagic only just lost 4 Vultures and only killed off one freaking drone. And now a big slow Hydra push coming out. Oh my goodness. Could Upmagic be in big trouble here? It looks like it's being supported by a slow Overlord, and it's killing off the mines. And now there's no mines. And now Upmagic's got to run with that tank. He needs to get out of there. He's trying to micro against the Hydras, actually having some success here because those Hydras are not speed or range upgrades, so the tanks, I think, can actually micro against them and kill them off one by one, believe it or not. But I don't know if that's either, I don't know if that's, it could be one of many things. It could be either, whatchamacallit, it could be either Siege or it could be Charon boosters. I think it's probably Siege. 3rd hatch going up, so we're probably going to see just some Mutalisks to harass, but mainly this is going to be a Hydra army here coming from the Zerg player, so he probably did his research for the Hydralisks quite early, given that he's had the den for a while. And he's killed out the SCV too.
I think you're right. And and now we do see a fairly successful Vulture run by. It looks like he is, nope, he almost gets up the ramp, but very good play by by.Hero. Able to get a Hydra on the ramp, perfectly positioned just in time. But I gotta say, I like this build from by.Hero. It's almost like a deterrent to making Goliaths, although it doesn't seem to be turning Upmagic at all at the moment, as we see a couple of Goliaths. But really, if he's able to get Upmagic to build more tanks or Vultures or whatever, and then he does a tech switch to Muta, it could work out in his favor. But unfortunately, it looks like he's going to stick to a purely 3-hatch Hydraless build at this point. And it looks like he is going to push in. Siege mode looks to be upgraded, though. He is getting siege, so it looks like, but one of them, no, I'm sorry, that tank isn't siege.
No
What's
siege.
With the unsieged siege tank? I thought he had it, and those Hydras are not going to be enough, though, to deal with that anyway. The tank and Goliaths, with the help of the SCVs, able to force it off. I thought he was sieging, but it looks like he just was moving the tank.
He got Charon.
Yeah, it must have been. And actually almost taking a hit to the mine, a mine to the face, but he manages to avoid it somehow, and continuing to push in with the Hydras. This kind of seems like a bit of an all-in build at this point, because if he's not successful right now, he's going to be in deep trouble in the next minute, because now there are 4 factories up and running for Upmagic.
Yeah, but it could succeed. I mean, there's been a lot of almosts this game for Upmagic. He almost got a good vulture harass off. He almost got the ramp. That mine almost exploded, but a bunch of almosts come out to nothing at all for Upmagic. Upmagic's still trying to do a vulture harass of some sort. His mines have been ineffective this game, completely ineffective, due to mainly by.Hero's excellent control this game. And even though he has slow overlords, he looks like he's setting up for another attack. Now, this is kind of an all-in attack, though. I do kind of agree in that if he doesn't manage to do a lot of damage, but hold that thought, he is going to go in. Can he do it? There's a tank siege. One tank goes down, though. The other tank gets sieged up, and looks like Upmagic does hold it off right now. He's got 2 tanks in the back of the natural expansion, so he'll be okay there. Meanwhile, though, he is getting contained right now, and what is Hero doing? He's bringing small forces in. Actually, not a bad idea, picking off a couple Goliaths, but, you know, not doing an extraordinary amount of damage either. Maybe we're setting up here, maybe he's setting up here for a big Mulus switch, but I don't know what he's doing. Do you know what he's doing, Rise, with the small groups coming in and losing forces like that?
Yeah, I think he's about to GG is what he's doing, because really he's just wasting money at this point.
Yeah.
Completely ineffective. And GG coming from
wow.
Hero. Wow. So GG with it all in build, unsuccessful in it, and that means, and you can see the disappointment on Hero's face. I gotta say,
he GG's early though, relatively.
Very, very early.
I mean, compared to other players,
Upmagic can push out.
Yeah. Wow.
Especially in the final matchup, and I gotta say, Upmagic just lucky in the regards that, first of all, he had the mech build to his favor, he had the map build with the mech build to his favor, he had the poor build order by Hero to his favor, thinking that there was a proxy, which may have been luck or it may have been skill of placing the barracks where he did it, and really, that just worked out perfectly for him. So nicely done by Upmagic. What do you think?
I think that was a definitely strange game. I mean, I thought for a while that the Zerg player would win, actually. When Upmagic didn't get his siege mode up, he was sort of faked out by the presence of a Spire. Maybe he didn't even see it, but he assumed Mutalisks were coming. And then I didn't see a single Mutalist that game. The Spire did go up, but it was as much of a fake as anything, because there was no tech switch to Mutas. And that almost killed Upmagic, because he went Charon boosters first. There were no mines left on the ground. Tanks were going down, and I thought for a sec that the Zerg would be able to walk in and finish him off, but you know, once siege mode was done, I guess the Zerg player just didn't want to play 2-base against 2-base, especially when he didn't. Well, I mean, I guess he just felt like overall Upmagic's Terran was going to be so, his economy was going to be so strong, and his mech play was so good that he couldn't win a long game. Although certainly that game could have been dragged on for another 10 minutes easily with Hero's micro. So I guess it's good that he GG'd early, you know, to save himself the mental strain of losing a longer game when it was hopeless. But I don't think it was hopeless, first off, at that moment. I think it was pretty, you know, his chances of winning were low, but I don't think they were at 0. But, you know, I guess it's his prerogative to GG at any time. Same as that game against Yellow Arnak, actually. He GG'd a little bit early. I mean, he didn't have, I think he had a smaller Mutalisks force, so I guess it was more appropriate then. But man, that feels a little strange to see a GG that early, especially when you're used to seeing players like, you know, the old school guys go down to their last probe or their last drone, you know. But yeah, interesting.
Like Bisu versus Savior, where Bisu waited to be eliminated before GG.
Right.
I gotta say, that was funny.
Right, exactly.
And for all you people who thought that my phone is ringing, damn it. Hold on a second. Let me just shut that off. For everyone that said that Bisu didn't get eliminated and he GG'd and left, no, he actually did get eliminated, because we saw the you failed to achieve victory box pop up before he left the game. So he did get eliminated, and really, it looks like Hero just didn't want that to happen to him as well, and he managed to, just playing a little bit different GG style, I guess, getting out of there very early. But overall,
right.
I got to say, this was a very exciting set. A lot of unorthodox play, which I love to see. Non-standard play is always
Definitely
exciting, and all the players put up a good fight, maybe with the exception of Much, although Much didn't fail to entertain with his game against Upmagic at all. So
yeah,
I definitely enjoyed
awesome.
that. It was. I definitely enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Any last comments, Cholera?
One last comment. You guys should check out the SC2GG Commentator Idol, the new contestants who you've already picked will be putting up their first assignment this Thursday night. So the voting will be open from this Thursday, which is January 22nd, all the way to this Sunday, January 25th. And of course, your votes alone will determine who moves on and who gets eliminated every week. So do check out all of their videos and then vote on SC2GG.com. And Rise, of course, is one of the judges there, so he knows all about it.
That's right. And you can look forward to me being a giant dick to everyone who's competing. So
I look forward to that
some entertaining. Me too. You definitely something to look forward to for all you guys who love to hear the hating comments. Anyway, we'll have to see you guys there, and glad you guys were along to watch. And thanks, Collar, for doing this again. And see you in the next set. GG's.